Paul says, I need a door open so that I may speak the word of God. Watch this, third verse. Speak forth, you see this? The mystery of Christ. Put that third verse up there. The mystery of Christ. What is the mystery of Christ? That there was a time where the favor, the divine favor of God, seemingly was only on one type of person, and that was Jewish people. And now God is raising up Paul to tell people that the divine favor and salvation is not just on Jewish folk, but it's on the non-Jewish folk. It's just not on the church folk, it's on the outsiders. It's not just on the people that were raised in church, but the people that were raised in the street. That now God's divine power and favor and salvation is on the whole world now.
Right. All right.
Now everybody is included. Ephesians says you were once afar off. Do I have anybody in here, my God, that you can remember when you were not close to God, when you were doing what you wanted to do, living how you wanted to live, my God, but the favor of God found you, and you weren't even raised in no church, my God. The favor of God found you somewhere. And Paul is saying, when I preach, he said, when I preach this, people get mad. That now the outside people are now included in God's favor.
All right.
It's everybody, all walks of life, all colors, all creed, everybody. God, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. But people didn't know that. It was a mystery. And he sent Paul to uncover this. That now everybody can be saved. And so now he's preaching this Mother Levy, and people are getting mad. You know why people get mad? You know why people get mad? People get mad because there are some people that need you to be down. Because it increases them. I'm going to tell you something. There are some people, Sister Valerie, that need you to be disgusted. And they need you to be down because it makes them, it increases their welfare. It gets them paid. One of the reasons that America is one of the richest nations in the world is because, watch this, they have 400 years of free labor. Many families in this nation have, they had a head, some of them had a head start because they come from taking advantage of free labor. Called it the Atlantic slave trade, the West African diaspora. They had to pay no insurance. They had to pay no health care, no 401k. They had to do that. If you got sick and died, they just buried you. If that. And so some people need you. They have this thing called privatized prisons. They make a profit from a criminal society. So it goes against the good business to reduce criminality. And so what it is, back in 2011, they had this thing where they arrested this judge because this judge was handing down harsher sentences for young people in exchange for payments from privatized prisons, so that they might have, check this out, more time. Right, watch this. More time with criminals or more time with felons, so that they can get more money from the government. Because privatized prisons, they're contractors of the government. And the more people that they imprison, the more money they get. Pay their loans companies. They need you to be undisciplined with your money. They happy when you got them credit cards for 20% and 25%. They happy because of that. That's right. They need you to say, they need your stomach to be bigger than your eyes to be bigger than your stomach. so that they can get your car at a very cheap rate and sell it to somebody else. They need you to be undisciplined with your finances and say, well, whatever happened, well, I'm going to get what I'm going to get. They need you to, they like for you to say that.
That's right.
They like for you to say that, because when you say that, they say, oh, after a while, guess what? They're coming to me. Why y'all looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about? They need you to do that. Them liquor stores that they have in some of our African American neighborhoods, they need you to love those liquor commercials and those gin commercials. They need you to see them entertainers in bow ties and suits, drinking a little gin. But what they don't know is that you got a family lineage of liver cancer and cirrhosis of the liver. But they don't care about that. They need you to see people with those nice shaped Patron and Tanqueray bottles, my God, popping bottles in the club. They need you to see that, because when you see that, then that makes them increase.
Wow.
Pharmaceutical companies, they need you to sit on the couch and eat chicken and macaroni and cheese every day of your life and never exercise and never go for a walk and sit down and lay down all day. They need you to do that, because you're going to have an ache and a pain, and they're not going to tell you, check this out, they're not going to tell you just lose a little weight. They're going to say, just take this pill. Take this pill. Take this pill for your headache. Now, never mind that when you take this pill, you're going to have a runny this, and you're going to have ache this, you know. You're going to have an ache over here. You're going to have diarrhea. Wait a minute, I just wanted to cure a headache.